Sweden was cited by people who were anti-measures and anti-lockdowns a lot. They cited Sweden a lot to say, look, you can just let it rip, use no measures, everything will be fine. As it turns out, however, Sweden did use measures and it was not that fine. During the COVID-19 pandemic crisis, an index was developed at, I think it was Oxford University. It was called the Oxford Stringency Index. And it was developed by a group of people who were tracking the stringency of government action against the pandemic. You can go look it up. The source I know is Our World in Data, but you can go look it up. You can go look at how stringent different countries were being at different stages of the pandemic crisis. And you will notice that Sweden started off rather low, but then they raised the bar. They made their actions more stringent as they realized that their initial strategy was simply not cutting it. And Sweden didn't do all that well either, at least if you look at the outcomes of the number of people who became badly ill and died. If you compare them simply at face value with other countries, it may look like they did not too badly, but that's because they started out with advantages, with privileges compared to other countries. Sweden is not a very densely populated country. People usually don't live one on top of another. There are many things of that kind that will affect the number of deaths. So the appropriate comparison is not just cherry-picking any country in the world, and certainly not necessarily looking at your own country. The appropriate comparison is comparing Sweden to its neighboring countries, to Finland, Norway, countries that have similar living circumstances and similar built environments, similar populations as well. And if you do that, you will realize that their report card, it's not that great, actually. Yeah.